Day 605 of doing a LeetCode problem every day until I get a job. All right, y'all, we're back again another day, another LeetCode problem where we're doing daily LeetCode problems. And today we have question number 1684, count the number of consistent strings. The difficulty level is easy, so don't worry because you already know we're going to keep the solution as simple and easy to understand as possible. But before we get started, y'all, don't forget to like, hype, subscribe, comment, and share. And if you need any new Apple AirPods, go ahead and check out that link in the description so you can get you some. Now let's see what the question says. You are given a string aloud consisting of distinct characters and an array of strings words. A string is consistent if all characters in the string appear in the string aloud. Return the number of consistent strings in the array words. All right, y'all, so that sounds pretty simple, but let's go ahead and take a look at these examples anyway, just to make sure that we are doing this problem correctly. So in example 1, we have our input aloud equals a string AB. Words equals an array of strings AD, BD, AAAB, BAA, and BADAB. The output is 2. Sorry, y'all, output is 2. Explanation says the strings AAAB and BAA are consistent since they only contain characters A and B. So excuse me, y'all, let's break this down one step further, right? So we have our input aloud, which equals a string AB. So we want to find which strings in this array of strings words only contains the letters A and B because that's what's in aloud, right? So this string only contains A and B, and this string contains only A and B. This string contains A and B, but also has a D right here, so that's not consistent. This string has a D right here, so that's not consistent. And this string has a D right here, that's not consistent because D is not in aloud. If D was in aloud, then these would be consistent. But since D is not in aloud and D is just AB, then these two are the only consistent strings. So since there's 2 of them, we return 2. Now, just in case that didn't make sense, let's go ahead and take a look at example 2. In example 2, our input aloud equals a string A, B, and C, and words equals an array of strings. First string A, next string B, next string C, next string AB, next string AC, next string BC, and the next string ABC. Output is 7. It says all strings are consistent. So we have this string aloud right here, A, B, and C. So as you can see, for a string to be consistent, it does not need to contain all of the letters that are in aloud. It only cannot contain any letters that are not in aloud. So as long as it contains letters, or as long as it only contains letters that are in aloud, whether it's all of the letters in aloud or just one of them like it is here, then it's good. But as soon as it has a letter that's not in aloud, then it's not consistent. But in this case, each string 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, each one of these strings all only contain characters that are in aloud, A, B, and C, right? Each one of these strings only contains A, B, or C. So that means they're all consistent, and that's why the output is 7, because all 7 are consistent strings. Now, just in case that didn't make sense, let's take a look at example 3. So in example 3, we have our input aloud equals a string CAD. Words equals an array of strings. First string CC, second string ACD, next string B, next string BA, next string BAC, next string BAD, next string AC, and the next string D. The output is 4. The explanation says strings CC, ACD, AC, and D are consistent. So in this case, aloud is C, A, and D. So we can for a word to be consistent, it has to contain the letters C, A, or D, nothing else. So this string contains C, so it's good. This string contains ACD, it's good. This string is not good because it's a B. There is no B up here in aloud, so B is not good. Same with this string, it contains a B. There's no B up here, that's not good. Same with this one, has a B. This one has a B. Then we're back here. This one is good, has AC. Both A and C are in aloud right here. And then this one is just D. That's good. D is allowed. D is in aloud right here. So in total, we have these 2 right here and these 2 right here. In total, we have 4. And that's how we got an output of 4. So I hope that makes sense to y'all. And now that we understand the question, let's get into the fun part, the actual solution. Solution is not that difficult at all. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to convert the allowed string into a set of characters, and this is going to allow for big O1 average time membership checks. So we'll just come right here and we'll say let letters colon, it's going to be a set. We'll say less than character because it's going to be a set of character. Then we're going to set that equal to a set. Sorry, y'all. Open a set. Open up the parentheses. It's going to be array. Open up the parentheses, and we're going to pass in allowed. Then we need to iterate through each word in the input list. So we're going to say for W in words. Then we're going to open up the brackets. And we're going to assume the current word is consistent until proven otherwise. So we're going to declare a variable called consistent, and we'll set that equal to true just to start. Then we're going to check each character in the word. So we're going to say for CHNW, we're going to open up the brackets. And if the character is not in the allowed set, the word is not consistent. So we're going to say if letters dot contains, open up the parentheses, ch equals false. Sorry, y'all. False. Then we're going to open up the brackets and we're going to say consistent equals false. Just like that. And if the word passed all character checks, then we're going to increment the count of consistent words. So we'll come underneath this for loop and we'll say if consistent, we'll open up the brackets and we'll increment result by saying result plus equals 1. Then all we need to do is return the total number of consistent words by coming right here, and we can say return result. Boom, y'all, that's all she wrote. Let's go ahead and give it a run. Make sure it runs properly before we submit it. Let's see, it's accepted, so let's go ahead and submit it. Make sure it's still accepted after we submit it. Let's see, and look at that, y'all. 143 milliseconds beats 47.83% of users. Not bad. We can get those numbers up, but we'll focus on that as we continue down our LeetCode journey. Right now, we just want a good, simple, and easy solution that's easy to understand so we can learn from it. And I think this is the perfect solution for that. So with that being said, make sure you get one more look at the code. This is all the code right here. And yeah, y'all, I hope to see y'all here tomorrow for another day, another LeetCode problem. See y'all then.